One day, you're gonna have to learn.
That is why I wrote this song for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You better give it up now or you're gonna be done. Why you always got to play? You're bothering me. That is why I wrote this song for you. It's too late for that, but me, you ain't coming back. You do more harm than charm. It really doesn't turn me on. You play on me. Not so about it. You and me. That's not about it. Supposed to be about us. Supposed to be about us. You better lose your ego. You better lose your ego. Yeah, not really. It's really about. Not really about. Not really about you. Not really about. It's not. You won't get far. You better lose that ego.
Moving on the dance floor. Dancing. Testing. We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a minute. So if everyone could start to find their seats, please. If everyone could start to fill in their seats, please.
party has just begun.
And the knowledge I give makes me invincible.
Here's the tempo. I'll give it to you now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Testing. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for that. Welcome to the second annual Highlighting Young Professional Excellence Pitch Competition, or HYPE. My name is Jasmine Hansen. I am the events director for the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber and the program lead for NextGen, which is our Young Professionals program. We are thrilled to have you here tonight at the beautiful Solarium by Watermark to help us celebrate innovation, creativity, and the entrepreneurial spirit of the 7 incredible contestants who will take this stage. Before we bring up the judges for the first half of the event, we'd like to extend a huge thank you to our sponsors: Whirlpool Foundation, the Frederick S. Upton Foundation, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Indiana Michigan Power and AEP Company, Apex Integrated Solutions, Sturgis Bank, Corewell Health, Horizon Bank, All-Star Family Chiropractic, Casey's of Berrien Springs, and Four Winds Casino. We would also like to recognize our media partners, Midwest Family of Southwest Michigan, for amplifying the message of HYPE and sharing it with the community, as well as donating valuable marketing time and airtime for tonight's winners. Moody on the Market for coordinating the efforts to go live this year. If your friends and family could not make it tonight, please have them tune in to our SMRC or Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber Facebook page, our YouTube page, or you can find it on Moody on the Market's Facebook and YouTube pages as well. Additionally, a big thank you to our in-kind sponsors, Watermark Brewing Company and the Solarium by Watermark, again for providing this incredible venue. Bread Bar for the delicious spread tonight, as well as Andrew's Innovation, Michigan SBDC, the Pitch Coach with IE Acube, and Score they've changed their name, Score of West Michigan, for offering invaluable resources and support to our contestants and to Emerge Innovation Hub as our partner in pitch competition. Finally, a special thank you to our pre-selection judges: Mateus Soto, Director of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at Andrews University; Dan Buckenmeyer, Director of Economic Development at Southwest Michigan First; Bonnie Gabriel, Regional Director at Michigan SPDC; Andrew Robinson, President of Mosaic CCDA and Emerge Innovation Hub; and of course, Zoe and Lydia Hine, owners of Zoe's Mini Donuts and last year's HYPE winners. Without their help, we would not be here with our top 7 finalists. We deeply appreciate all of our partnerships and the invaluable roles you all play in our success. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Now it is my honor to introduce Greta Pearson Behrens of Pearson Construction and Chair of NextGen.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Jasmine, and good evening, everybody. On behalf of NextGen, it's an absolute pleasure to celebrate this evening of innovation with local entrepreneurs alongside all of you. We are deeply grateful for the support of our 2 pinnacle sponsors, the Frederick S. Upton Foundation and the Whirlpool Foundation, whose commitment to fostering entrepreneurship and strengthening our community is truly invaluable. Please join me in welcoming Carrie Ville with the Frederick S. Upton Foundation to say a few words, followed by Tracy Robinson from the Whirlpool Foundation.
I'll refer to that in a minute. This came up a little earlier than I expected. I'm going to steal one of these chairs and turn it. I do have notes. My printer was stuck on the largest font, so it ended up coming out. I had like 1 page, and it ended up coming up as 5. So I will have to turn them, but I don't need reading glasses, that's for sure. I am Carrie Ville, and I am the chair of the Frederick S. Upton Foundation, and I'm very happy to be here tonight. And if it wasn't for innovation and entrepreneurship, the Frederick S. Upton Foundation would not exist, and I wouldn't be here. But the story kind of starts many, many, many years ago, about 114 years ago to be exact, when my grandfather, Frederick Upton, moved to Benton Harbor, Michigan to join his brother, Lewis, and their uncle, Emery, in Emery's machine shop in Benton Harbor. This is one of their early things. They had an idea that they could electrify, mechanize, and produce an appliance which had previously been manually operated. They started very, very small. They had second and third jobs to pay the bills. They were a 3-person operation, essentially working out of a garage. To help market their
Thank you. I actually should have made my font a little bit bigger. Well, good evening. My name is Tracy Robinson. I serve as the Senior Manager, Community Relations and Managing Director of Whirlpool Foundation. The Whirlpool Foundation is proud to join the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber Foundation, the Frederick S. Upton Foundation, and all of our esteemed sponsors in supporting tonight's events. As mentioned, Whirlpool Corporation was founded 114 years ago with an entrepreneurial spirit that continues to define our products and culture. Tonight, we acknowledge and celebrate the same spirit of innovation demonstrated by every one of the contestants. Congratulations, and thank you for boldly sharing your business vision with us tonight. We wish you the best of luck in your next adventures. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie and Tracy, for your inspiring words and continued support of the Chamber's mission. Now, let's move on to the first part of the evening's program. I'm honored to welcome Arthur Havlicek, President and CEO of the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. He will serve as tonight's moderator for our HYPE panel discussion. Arthur will guide the conversation as our esteemed judges share insights on their entrepreneurial journeys, offering valuable advice and inspiration for all of us. Please join me in giving Arthur a warm round of applause. Judges, these are live.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's this? Testing. All right.
Testing.
Troubleshooting early. We got it? Good. Here I'm
Testing.
thankful I didn't wear that jacket today. All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. My name's Arthur Havlicek. I have the privilege of leading the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber of Commerce, and we're the proud supporter of this event. We believe in entrepreneurship, and I believe all of you do too, and I think that's what brought you out here. Before we get started, I really want to first express my appreciation for Jasmine and the Next Gen team. They've put an incredible amount of time, energy, and talent into making an event like this possible. There's a lot of planning that goes into this, a lot of coordination, a lot of coaching for the contestants that you're about to see, and then, of course, the night of execution. And so let's give them a well-deserved round. So when we first envisioned this event, we wanted to try to do something a little bit different than most pitch competitions, where we start the event with entrepreneurs who have sort of been there and done that. Young professionals who've hung their own shingle, who've had successes and failures, and then to have them really serve as inspiration for the folks the contestants that you'll hear tonight who are actually listening to this as we speak. And so I'd like to invite some of these folks up to the stage. There are already success stories here in Southwest Michigan. I hope that they inspire more success stories. Let's get started with Vanessa Frias, if you'd make your way to the stage. Vanessa is the owner of Willowbrook Farms in Dowagiac, and she was last year's pitch competition, our second place winner. Dustin Jankowiak, owner of Second and Main in Niles and soon to be Buchanan, a wonderful coffee shop and place to gather. And he's also the owner of Vision Real Estate Holdings. Michael Rowland, president and CEO of the Michigan Community Gateway Foundation, and co-owner of the Rowland Property Group and Thistledown and Row in Buchanan. And last but certainly not least, Danielle Granholm, founder of Rising Kites, a nonprofit in Bridgman. So bios for all of these exceptional young professionals are in your pamphlets, but since this is being simulcast online, I wanted to start by giving you each an opportunity to talk about your business, your entrepreneurial spirit, kind of in your own words, and share with everybody just quickly how you got here on this stage. Vanessa, why don't you start?
All right, not to correct Arthur, but he said Dowagiac, and I love Dowagiac, but we are from Cassopolis, and it's beautiful there.
there's my one for the evening.
Yeah, so once again, my name is Vanessa Frias. I'm the owner of Willowbrook Farms located in Cassopolis, Michigan. We have a livestock farm in which we grow pasture-raised and forestry-raised meats. Along with that, we have agritourism and agroeducation, where we invite people to our farm to learn about what agriculture is and how they can be involved and how to get their children involved and how we can grow the farming back to where it needs to be and get back to the basics. So that's our main mission, is educating, loving our land and being good stewards of our land and teaching people how to do that.
It's time. You know, Cassopolis is a wonderful place to be too. They're actually doing really big things over there, and I like every time I go and see their downtown community. So exciting that you're there. I'm Dustin Jankowiak. I'm the owner of Second and Main Coffee House and Bar. We've been open for roughly 3 years. We celebrate our 3rd year in March, and we're, as Arthur said, we're blessed enough to start thinking about our second location in Buchanan, Michigan. Niles needed community. You know, my background's in finance. I was in the credit union and bank world for the first 13 years of my career, and looking at everything that Niles needed, it needed a place to gather. And what we learned, or what I learned in the financial world, was the community aspect of partnering and building relationships. So during COVID, when everybody was kind of split up and separated and isolated, we started dreaming about a place that you can just come and be regardless of your belief system, what you look like, how old or young you are. We wanted just a place to gather, and Second and Main Coffee House and Bar was inspired. Now we run a commissary kitchen. We bake everything in-house. We employ roughly 20 employees, and we're getting ready to expand that into Buchanan and hopefully double our staff in the next 6 to 12 months. That's the exciting part. The secondary side of what I do is commercial real estate, mainly focused in Niles and Buchanan right now. It's always about developing and repurposing spaces in order to drive community.
Well, welcome everyone, and thanks for being here, and thanks to the Southwest Michigan Chamber for hosting this great event. I'm Michael Rowland. I'm President and CEO of Michigan Gateway Community Foundation. Many know us for Buchanan Promise, a scholarship that is provided to every Buchanan eligible student. But we grant and do scholarships in the areas of education, healthcare, and culture. But I wear a few hats. Not only that, I also co-own with my wife and she's the brains of the operation, I assure you. We own Roland Property Group, and that does residential and commercial real estate around Southwest Michigan, Michiana. The piece of property that we're most well known for is Thistledown and Row in Buchanan, which is a restaurant we opened last year, and very proud of that work. And happy to be up here to see some of these great stories. And I know some of the stories of the panelists up here, and this isn't easy to do. So I'm really excited to hear all these stories and aspirations of these folks that are taking a chance, because a lot of times people forget that it takes a lot of guts to not just to be up on a stage like this, but to take the actual chance with your own money and your own time to go after a dream that you think may be possible. So thanks for having me.
Hi, thank you. Yes, for having me here. I am Danielle Granholm. I am the executive director of Rising Kites and Rising Kites Coffee, which is a coffee shop located in Bridgman, Michigan. We are a little different than everyone up here in that we are a nonprofit. So our beginning looks a little different from a regular entrepreneur dream and vision, but it's been wonderful to kind of see the community support our mission and our heart and employ individuals with disabilities at Rising Kites Coffee, and also provide support and encouragement to families within the Down syndrome and disability community specifically. So I am looking forward to hearing all of the pitches tonight and just seeing, yeah, what you guys are all about. Thanks for having me.
So, Danielle, let's stick with you for a second. So, you know, as the leader of a nonprofit myself, I try my hardest to apply an entrepreneurial mindset to the work that we do and some private sector principles. Is there any private sector principles that you apply at Rising Kites that you think have helped you stand out or helped you be successful?
Yes. So I would say marketing is a huge thing that nonprofits need to do as well to really get their mission out there and share the story of what they're doing and the heart behind what they're doing. I think a lot of nonprofits forget that that's a huge piece to sharing why you're doing what you're doing. And so I would say that's something that I've really tried to step into within the nonprofit world.
And where did the name Rising Kites come from?
Yes. So I'll give you a little bit of backstory. Our daughter, Sammy, was born 5 years ago. My husband and I, who is here, we did not know before she was born that she would be born with Down syndrome. And so she was born here at Lakeland, and we were surprised when she was born by this and felt just super lost and alone in that. And there was just so much to figure out in those initial days of appointments and finding others who were walking this journey too. And go back a year before that, or 9 months before that, we found out we were expecting her, and we went out and celebrated by flying a kite in the sky. And so we had pictures of that time celebrating the fact that I was pregnant, because it took us a while to get pregnant with her. And so we have these pictures on my calendar, and I'm going to write down appointments for her to see some specialists. And I get to a picture of her, of us celebrating, and it's a kite, a red octopus kite flying in the sky. And we had just been gifted a book that was, We'll Paint the Octopus Red. And this is a book specifically about a family welcoming a child with Down syndrome. And so it just felt like she was known before she was ever here, and celebrated before she was ever here. And so that symbol of a rising kite is just a celebration of humans as they are made. And so that's the significance behind that. Yeah.
Yes. That's a beautiful story and a powerful why. And I think everybody up here has a why. Michael, I think about the work that you do for the foundation, and then the fact that you're a co-owner of two businesses. Assuming you don't have more time in the day than the rest of us, maybe that's the first part of the question. Same amount of time in the day?
I don't think figured that part out.
So how do you juggle priorities? When you're an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner, you know, you have to really set your own schedule. You have to manage your own priorities. What are some secrets that you could offer to folks who are looking to hang their own shingle?
Yeah, I think that's a nuanced answer because I think anybody that's an entrepreneur finds out that time and task management is probably the most difficult piece of the puzzle. For me, I feel that the most important part was to set aside time for everything, right? And put those in priority of what's important to you. For me, the most important thing to me is my family. And so that's something that comes first and foremost. And for a lot of entrepreneurs, that's counterintuitive because everyone wants to put their head down and really go after everything that they're doing. But if you don't have things correct and under your roof at your house and your family isn't the priority for you, none of the stuff that we're doing with entrepreneurialism doesn't matter. So you have to have a why. And but from there, it's also very important that you put together a plan. And I think one of the things that's really great about events like this is that we get to see in real time these young entrepreneurs coming up with a plan and figuring out where they're going to spend their time, what's important to them in their life. And I've been lucky that I've had a really good support system through my process. I mentioned before the brains of my operation is my wife, and you know, keeping our calendar and making sure that I don't drift away into the things that I want to be doing is important. So finding, you know, in short, finding those partnerships, whether it be your family, your friends, your partners at work, to be able to keep you accountable, to make sure that you're putting things in compartments in the order that matters to you is just so vital. It's helped me out a lot.
It's a great answer. And I think I could probably make, you know, venture a guess as to your why, but, you know, again, leading a major foundation in our community, and then you still decided to go out with these entrepreneurial ventures. What would you say was the root of that? You could have easily coasted, but you chose not to. What was the driving force?
You know, with our property in Buchanan in particular, I'm a reformed banker just like Dustin, and when I got to the foundation, I really anticipated my career just being a nonprofit and not really kind of mellowing out with some of the real estate that ventures that I had. And I looked out my window every day at this decrepit building in downtown. One of the largest buildings in the middle of our downtown was just falling apart. And I kept talking to my wife about it and saying, somebody has to do something with that. Somebody has to fix that or it's going to get demolished. And it's a 150-year-old building. We can't let that happen. And sometimes you have to take a step in the direction of the change that you want in the world around you. And as much as we don't think of it this way, the vast majority of community are people that are existing and not taking part in the actual change. And it's a rare ability for all of us to be able to look back in time and say that we actually did something, that we took a step forward. And that could be as simple as helping someone in need. It could be as simple as buying a building and spending all your money foolishly to to fix it up. But you know, my wife and I talk about it a lot now that it's the project's done, and we did rebuild this building. We replaced every beam in it. We replaced every window in it, all the plumbing, all the electric, everything you could possibly do in a building. And we look at it and say, you know, long ago, Mary Redden built this building in 1858. And she probably never imagined that in 2025, this building would still be standing and ready to go another 100 years. And that's the mark that we were able to leave for our kids, for our family, and everything we do. So that's a really long-winded way of answering. The why in that is find your thing that you can do to help the others around you, to help your community. And you'll find that if you live a life that's helping other people, your life is actually going to get exponentially better yourself.
A little context for that last question. I was fortunate enough to walk through Michael's building with them probably shortly after purchase, certainly pre-construction. And if any of you had been on that tour with us, the vision that you have to have had and the faith in your community for a project of that undertaking, only someone who cared deeply about their community would take that on, and kudos to Michael for breathing life into
Thank
it.
you.
And it's beautiful now. So I highly recommend folks take a trip down and see it. So Dustin, reform banker that you are, one question I have, there's a difference between like working for the man and then becoming the man. Walk us through that. What was that transition like?
You said you were going to lob.
Oh, I didn't say which direction. Yeah.
There we go. Can we hear me?
What was like one of the major differences?
Yeah, I've always been that's a tough question. That's a tough question.
My goal is to stump somebody.
Yeah,
so
no, I
that's-
appreciate that.
Or similarities too.
I think we're all born with a different type of identity. We're born with a purpose. We're born to do a certain thing. And I was fortunate enough to take care of a lot of families in the residential mortgage world and partner with this guy in the commercial side. We worked at the same place for, what was it, 4 or 5 years?
100 years.
100 years, it felt like. And, but I was always one that pushed against the grain on a lot of things. I like to understand why we're doing what we're doing. And sometimes the corporate world, not that there's not a lot of corporate jobs out there, corporate businesses, but sometimes they forget about what it's like to deal with a person one-on-one, especially in the finance world when you're dealing with money. The most important thing in most people's lives, you have your set of guidelines and your set of rules, and sometimes it's more beneficial to look at somebody across from you and believe in their story and believe in what they're doing. So when I took a step out of the financial world to jump into serve coffee, I knew that that's something that I could control the environment. I can control the person's experience. And if a mistake was made, that mistake was my mistake. It wasn't a mistake that somebody, above me put on me. And that could be, a stubborn response, saying that I don't want to submit to authority. But I feel like as entrepreneurs, you kind of don't fit inside that box that the world tries to put us in. And what I was meant to be was a connector. And the way that I connect right now is through coffee and relationship. And the way that I could connect with somebody in 10 years might look different. But right now, I'm fortunate enough to be the gathering place for my community.
I think that's an excellent answer. And I think you kind of illuminated what makes entrepreneurs unique is that they do kind of go against the grain. They look for things that no one else has seen in terms of opportunity, and then they take a risk to try to see that opportunity come to fruition. So, and now you've got another opportunity. You have this phenomenal location, this great gathering area in Niles. You're branching into a new location in Buchanan. That building's purchased, construction's kind of starting. What changes has that forced you to make operationally, and then what changes has that required? For you as the leader, is for you as the executive over the whole thing. What have you had to change your approach? Has your business had to change its approach?
I'm a firm believer that when you open up a business, you dream big. And from the moment we opened our doors, we started operating our place as if we were a $50 million company. We talk about that with all our staff, all of our leaders, with the way that we're intentional with the people that walk through our doors. And throughout the last 2.5 years, almost 3 years, we've been setting up just different employees that are buying into the process. We give them positions and opportunities for growth. And, if they're able to achieve those goals that we set for them, we've been able to make good on our word and promote them in a lot of ways. So when going and opening the second location in Buchanan, we had all these people just ready to go.
That's great.
I had a store manager that allowed me to pull myself off the schedule, pull myself off the day-to-day so I can focus on Buchanan. I have the assistant store manager. I have the marketing person that's slowly been growing to going from a part-time in marketing to full-time in marketing for us. I have a head baker, head chef, and a lot of that comes with a lot of strategy. And we've been fortunate enough to be able to staff in a way where we're going to be able to pull from Niles and put experience over at Buchanan. So both locations take a little bit of a hit, but the Buchanan space will be able to hit a home run really quickly. And that's kind of the goal as you develop your business plan and develop your growth. You want to prepare yourself and run it as if you are already at that goal that you set for yourself. So you kind of create the goal and create the game plan all the way through it. So when all those opportunities come, you're just ready to go.
That's right. That's a great answer. Vanessa, I'm a little gun shy since I got the whole Dowagiac Cassopolis thing wrong. And I went the other direction so I could warm myself up to face you again. So I'm gonna start this off as like a real question. So my understanding is that you were in the childcare game in Indiana before the farm. I got that one right? Okay. So you pivoted from one hard thing to another hard thing, and then you made the decision to combine those hard things.
What's wrong with me?
Therein lies the
I
question.
know.
So walk me through the pivot first, and then what led you to kind of merging these two passions, I assume, together.
Yeah, so I come from a family of entrepreneurs, people who have said, I'm going to go against the grain. And it's just in my blood at this point. So I owned a childcare center in Mishawaka, and I thought it was time to make a different step in a different direction. And so I started a farm. We found some land, and I said, I asked my husband, who's here, I said, hey, what do you think about this? And he's like, okay, we can buy it and we just leave it there. I'm like, okay. Well, a year later, we had a home that we built, and we had 4 goats. Those 4 goats turned into 60 goats. Those 60 goats turned into a goat grazing business. That goat grazing business then turned into a farm, because I went to other farms buying goats. I'm like, oh, I can have some pigs. I can have some cows. I can do this, not knowing anything about farming. Not a thing. I didn't come from a farming background. I knew nothing, but I had the gumption to say, I'll find out how to do it. And so we went to seminars, we went to classes, we went to places where there wasn't a lot of people that looked like me, to be completely honest. And sometimes that can be intimidating, but we did it anyway. And when we go into these crowds, people were very kind and would share information. The local farmers would, I would call them and say, hey, can you tell me how to do this? Because I don't know how to do it. And one time we had pigs that got out. I'm like, I can't get these things out. My husband's like, we're going to shoot them. We're going to shoot them. And so, and if you know anything about pigs, they don't listen. And if you chase them, it's even worse. And so we didn't know. And so a local farmer came and he's like, okay, I'll help you. So he stayed there with us for a few hours, and he helped us get those pigs back in. And he's like, take those to the butcher. And so we did. And so they became sausage and bacon. But we have, after all this, I talked to my husband, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Can we really do this? And he kept encouraging us to keep doing it. And so we kept at it. And so now we grow over 5,000 chickens a year. We grow over 100 pigs a year. My background is in education, so I knew that I wanted to bring that onto the farm. So now we have field trips and activities, and kids come to our farm all the time and learn about what we're doing. And these are some inner city kids. We had a group from Chicago come, and they were terrified. I mean, like, there's a chicken that comes up and they just run. And so by the end of their field trip, they were picking up chickens. The dogs were jumping on them, and they were fine. And they were like, okay, I can do this. And so to see those kids and to see their excitement and to see those barriers be broken, knowing that these animals just want to be by you, they're not going to hurt you. It's really cool to see. So I knew that I wanted to still affect people in a positive way, and that's why we brought the education component onto the farm as well. We also do farm stays, so people come from the city to get away from the city and stay on our farm and get to walk around, get to be involved in what we're doing, and seeing it and just being a part of it. This world is kind of tough. And so when you can break away from all of that and just say, let me just be with nature and let me be peaceful, it just makes a world of difference for people. So.
It's wonderful. Two of the hardest jobs I can think of, and you've done them both, and then you combined them both. It's incredible to me. So, I mean, I think everyone would agree hearing you tell that story and the pivot, and it's no surprise that you did really well here last year when you yourself pitched. Walk us through that experience. You were the second place winner. You won $10,000 cash through this process. Walk us through the experience. What did you use the money for? What impact did that have on your business?
Yeah, so for those people that want to be entrepreneurs, first off, find people that will help you, okay? Here is where you get your help. You find people to help you and they'll help you. So that $10,000 I used to buy a walk-in freezer. It was like an 8x14. We were growing out of we had like 13 or 14 like those white freezers that you get from Lowe's, what are they called? Like the deep freezers. So we had those and I'm like, this is difficult. So we used the $10,000 to invest in a new walk-in freezer. About 30 days ago, we had to get another walk-in freezer. And so now we have double that capacity. So those items helped us to be able to grow our business because we were able to put more meat in those freezers. Before we were having to travel 3.5 hours to Ohio to store our meat and go back and forth to pick it up. So that's 3.5 hours one way and come back another 3.5 hours. That was a whole day's time. So we cut that in half. And we don't have to do that at all. We just walk outside of our backyard, open up our freezer, and do our daily needs with what we need to do.
That's incredible. That's amazing. And it's a material difference in your business, and we love to hear it. That's what the event is all about. Some of that meat, was that the pigs?
They were gone by then.
They were gone?
They were gone.
Okay. All right.
We were eating them for breakfast years ago.
I remember distinctly you brought some samples at last year's event for all of us, and those didn't last very long after the event. They were phenomenal. So the pig story is a great story because that's some adversity that you have to get through and some of the grit that you need to kind of figure out certain issues. Every one of you probably has an example of a setback, a speed bump, and the resiliency that you require. I think I know a couple of the instances just firsthand. So why don't we go back down the line, and what's one time that stands out where you're like, I don't know if I can get this done, and then you just have to get through it, right? There's no way around it. You just got to go through it.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody's raised meat chickens before, but they're literally the hardest animal to grow. So when you guys get chicken on your plate, be thankful of the farmer. We have lost, we had 1,000 chickens at one point on pasture. It rained and it drowned maybe 70% of those chickens. So when something like that happens, it's horrible because you've invested all this money. We also have had a situation where a weasel has gotten in. I'm not going to tell you what it looks like afterwards, but if a weasel gets into your chickens, they just kill them all, basically. And so we invested in dogs at that point. But things like that, when something kills or destroys what you've been working for all that time, it'll like be a gut punch. So you just got to keep moving. You got to say, you know what? Lesson learned. We got dogs. We fix it and we move on.
Yeah, I think for me, I think anything in life, it's always the hard lessons that are the ones that grow you the most. And we all have a lot of hard lessons. Right now I could talk about, and I will talk about, hopefully I don't steal yours, but construction of any project. I think if any of you's been through construction, there's always something unforeseen. There's always a delay in a timeline. And with some of our projects that we're doing, you just never know what you're getting involved in when you're opening up a wall. And you can plan ahead as much as you want, but there's always going to be something that puts you over budget. There's always going to be something that delays your timeline, and there's always going to be something that stresses you out. And I think as I've learned, as you go through 4 or 5 of those situations, whether that be construction or employee decisions or anything like that, you learn that it's the stubborn. You just have to keep being stubborn throughout that process and keep moving forward. Like you said, you got a dog, right? Like you get punched in the gut and then you buy a dog. I mean,
dog's usually the answer.
That's a good analogy, but you get punched in the gut and then you get frustrated about it the night before. You wake up and you move on, and you realize that 99% of the time that it's fixable.
Yeah, so Dustin hit the nail on the head on construction. When I was a commercial banker before my nonprofit world and the work that I do now, I was a commercial banker for 13 years and financed all kinds of construction projects, hundreds of projects. Not one of them ever finished on time or on budget. So that's something, as you're doing that kind of work yourself, keep in mind. But I think entrepreneurs in general have this fierce individualism where they say, I'm going to do this on my own. I'm gonna go out and take care of this on my own free will, on my own hard work. And the reality is nothing in this world happens on your own. Even the things that you accomplish are on the back of the banker that helped you get it financed, on the construction team that helped you get it built, on the loving spouse that takes care of you and makes sure that you keep going down the road. The customers that come into your restaurant, all those things are all part of your journey, and you're doing it on the backs of them. And we found that out about a month after we opened Thistledown and Row in Buchanan. Some of you might recall this last spring we had a tornado that ran through much of Southwest Michigan. Well, that ran right over my building and ripped off a 5,000 plus square foot roof in the process. Our entire building had rain pouring through it for hours. We had just spent over $1 million renovating a building that now had water pouring through it. I remember my wife and I walking through, and my wife just bawling, and we thought, what are we going to do? The dream's over. And those are the times where, again, it's the people around you that make a difference. Because as soon as I went downstairs, the mayor of the town pulled up, the city manager walked up, my banker came in and grabbed a broom. The restaurateurs came and brought a bunch of mops. My insurance company was calling me. All those people that, on a day-to-day basis, I knew they were my friends and people that I worked with. I didn't realize that they were an integral part of my journey. They're the team that was part of this unknown thing that I wasn't really thinking about. I thought that I was on my own, doing it all on myself. But building that group that has your back, that's the main thing as an entrepreneur you have to do if you want to be successful, because that time when your roof comes off will come. And you got to have people like Dustin that'll come there and give you support. And I had that in my case, and that's what got me past some of those struggles. And anybody that's looking to do those type of things, whether it's entrepreneurialism or just life, think about the people that are around you and the people that you can count on when things do go bad, and foster those relationships. Don't foster the ones that don't serve that purpose.
I couldn't help but laugh hearing your story, because I grew up on a pig farm, and the only time I heard my dad swear was at the pigs. The only time. So I have to really kind of jump on what Michael said. When we started our nonprofit, it was my husband and I was working in our basement, and I was drowning in bag orders. So we give bags to families who get a Down syndrome diagnosis, and it blew up really quickly. Oh my gosh, there's just way too much to handle for me and him. And so, and the same thing kind of happened at the coffee shop too. We started it, and we get this outpouring of people that are interested in what we are doing, but it's too much for two people. And so we have just had wonderful board members, wonderful employees. Sarah Quack is our now program director. She was our manager. She has been integral in making the shop a success. So like you said, just finding those people that come alongside you and help you where you need help, and accepting that help. That's one thing too that can be really hard, especially when it's your dream and your vision. It can just be hard to kind of trust that with other people. But if you find those right people, hold on to them.
I gotta say again, if you haven't been to Cassopolis, you need to go to Cassopolis.
Cassopolis is great.
It's coming from the finance world, I had the ability to do a lot of work in Cass and watch the growth of Cass and the growth of downtown, and it's a community that's worth taking note of and paying attention to. I take my kids there to the beach now almost every week in the summer. We get ice cream right over there, and it's cool to see that there's an awesome farm that we can go to now too. So thank you. For me, being born and raised in Niles, I come from a very large family. My dad is one of 14. So he's the oldest of 14. My grandma is the oldest daughter of 19. So Niles is my backyard, and knowing that I have been here my whole life. I care about making the community a beautiful place. Why not our backyard? And then I also want to keep. I have 5 kids of my own, and I want my kids to have a place that they can grow up in and be proud of. So why not the community that you love? Why not the places that you care for? Same reason why we're moving over into the Buchanan area. My dad's self-employed too, and he had real estate growing up, and I used to shovel the sidewalks downtown Buchanan every single day from the time I was 5 to the time I was out of the house, and I'm going to be shoveling sidewalks now too. but it's another community that I love, and another community that deserves some place special. Not that there's not a lot of other special places, but I just want to be a piece of that puzzle that allows it to grow.
So, like many people in their youth, I get some wanderlust. After college, I moved out to Colorado, and coincidentally met my wife out there, who was from Niles. So I went across the country to meet the girl next door. And soon as we got married, the biggest thing we talked about was like, we have to return to Southwest Michigan because the people, both our parents are here, and of course our families. So that's one big thing. But more so, just the general public of support is different here. And I can tell you that from working across the country. I managed a region in the Northeast as well, from Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire and New York. And the people are special here. But I could wax poetic about that, but we all know the people are great here. Because it's an entrepreneurial thing, I want to tell you the biggest reason why I think that this area is special. Over the course of time, you mentioned actually about the Underground Railroad, and we have rich history through this region. Being an hour away from Chicago, hour and a half away from Chicago, being an hour and a half away from Grand Rapids, a couple hours from Detroit, right on major highways, bountiful water, farms everywhere. There is nothing that our community doesn't have from a resource standpoint to be successful, including the people. So when you think of the places that are growing, the Californias, the New Yorks, the Floridas, the Texases, all of them have a deficiency that this region has. So if you're thinking of growing a business, you're thinking of taking a chance, and you're thinking about all those resources you need, there is no better place to be starting a business than Southwest Michigan.
Can we clip that? Can we clip that for some
Put that on
attraction
the
efforts?
annual report.
Yeah, Danielle.
Actually live in Bridgman. We have 2 children that we are raising in Bridgman. And it's a small town. We have been asked, like, why Bridgman? Like, it just seems like it's one of those like little almost forgotten towns in Berrien County. But it's also very central to Berrien County. And so we have employees from Niles, Benton Harbor, St. Joe, Stevensville, Buchanan, Berrien Springs, that all drive in because they are looking for employment opportunities, because they have not been given employment opportunities anywhere else. And so I feel like it's a really great central location for our county. It's also, selfishly, we're raising a daughter with a disability in this town, and we want this town to be one that just surrounds her with support and opportunities. And so if we can kind of be that light that starts that within our own town, she might not be interested in working in a coffee shop as she grows, but if we can kind of spur others on to be places that will employ people like her, that's what we want to do. And so that's why we are where we are.
All right. I'm glad we snuck that last question in. On behalf of everybody, I want to say thank you. The stories, the insights are truly inspiring. We appreciate the nuggets of wisdom and the fact that you'll be passing some of those nuggets along through the judging process here. So let's give all of our panelists one final round. So we're going to switch gears now. The judges here are going to take their seats. We're going to enter a brief 10-minute intermission while we get things staged for the actual pitch competition. Refreshments outside. Please feel free to connect with fellow attendees, and we'll help you find your seats when the time comes.
Going round in circles for the remedy I need, but we know that there's no rehab for the drug you've given me. Ecstasy. Ecstasy. Going round in circles for the remedy I need, but we know that there's no rehab for the drug you've given me. Ecstasy. Going round in circles for the remedy I need, but we know that there's no rehab for the drug you've given me. I chase your love into my lungs. You're my ecstasy rush to the diamond skies above. A chemical fate, a chemical fate. 'Cause the drug in you, I just gotta use. Baby, you get me so high. Ecstasy. Ecstasy. gonna rock it to the end. The party's about to begin. And I'm gonna rock it to the end. The party's about to begin.
And I'm gonna rock it to the end.
Time to get funky. Time to get funky. Time to get funky to this cut, so scream and throw your hands up. Time to get funky to this cut, so scream and throw your hands up. Time to get funky to this cut, so scream and throw your hands up. Time to get funky to this cut, so scream and throw your hands up, 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 and throw your hands up.
So scream and throw your hands up.
The party's about to begin, and I'm gonna rock it to the end. The party's about to begin, and I'm gonna rock it to the end. The party's about to begin, and I'm gonna rock it to the end. The party's about to begin, and I'm gonna rock it to the end. The party's about to begin.
And I'm gonna rock it to the end. was all on my own in a place that ain't home. Ain't nobody to hold in this town. Stumbling around, always lost, never found how to get myself up off the ground. I was all on my own in a place that ain't home. Ain't nobody to hold in this town. Stumbling around, always lost, never found how to get myself up off the ground. I need to get front on my shadowing down. I need to heal me. Heal me. Heal me. Heal me. I need to heal me. Heal me. Heal me.
Testing. If everyone could grab their seats. If you are out in the lobby, if you could come in and grab your seats, we're going to get started. You good?
Always stay when the night is done. You got the kind of thing I should run from. But that's the reason why it's so fun. I always come back, sending all the wrong signals to my brain, sending all the right feelings through my veins. I should go, but I never walk away. Always make the same mistakes. No, I never change. I got a thing for you. I got a thing for the things that I shouldn't do. And when I'm next to you, I get those fucked up feelings. I do, 'cause I got a thing for you. I got a thing for the things that I shouldn't do. And when I'm next to you, I get those fucked up feelings.
Testing. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're as excited as I am to see these 7 incredible contestants showcase their businesses and compete for our first place prize of $15,000. I know, it's a lot of money, right? That deserves an applause. All right, $15,000.
Hi, I'm Mario.
Not only that, but we will also be giving away a second place prize of $10,000, Yeah. Third place will go home with 5,000. Oh, yeah, it's still a lot of money. And then our crowd favorite will be selected by all of you here tonight in person. I'm sorry for those of you watching online. You will not get to be able to vote for crowd favorite, but crowd favorite will be walking away with $2,500. Judges, audience, thank you for being here tonight to support these bold and innovative entrepreneurs. It's not an easy task to run your business, as you've heard from our judges. So to show them respect, please pull out your phones and silence them, because that's important. Each contestant will present a 5-minute pitch, followed by 3 minutes of Q&A with our judges. So one last time, I ask if you could pull out your phones and silence them, and then hold your applause until the end of each pitch. So let's kick things off and meet our first contestant. It would help if I had given them the clicker. Sorry, guys.
Hi, I'm Mario Astudillo, founder of Final Brush LLC. With my background in construction and real estate, I noticed how quality finishes really bring out the value in the place. And I also noticed how sometimes trades are lacking in professionalism. With that in mind, I created Final Brush, a professional painting company that's dedicated to its craftsmanship. We service all of Southwest Michigan and surrounding areas. We bring jobs to the local area and we make them look good. Thank you for the opportunity and for letting me pitch.
Testing. How we all doing? Are we all a little nervous or is that just me? Sharks, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mario Astudillo, owner of Final Brush LLC, a professional painting company established in craftsmanship and community. Hold on. New merch. So my background is in construction and real estate, and I don't know if you've spent a lot of time in construction. There's a lot of different people, great people. Tradesmen are good at what they do usually, and but a lot of times I noticed there was a lack of professionalism, especially painting and drywallers. I don't know what's with those guys. A lot of times they smell like alcohol or some kind of drug. I'm not judging, but I thought there was something better. You know, I created Final Brush, a professional painting company. We're reliable because we're not hungover in the middle of the week. Simply put, Final Brush LLC, a cut above the rest, pun intended. I'm very proud of that. Our current status, obviously we paint. We do a lot of interiors and exteriors, residential and commercial. This year we're very blessed with our most exteriors we've done this year. Very high ladders, scary stuff. Very proud. Last week we had miraculous warm weather. We closed up our last exterior. I'm working to have a well-oiled machine of 4 people to start, a really solid crew that doesn't need me there 24/7, you know, asking me questions, this and that. I appreciate it right now on my new guys, but it needs to stop. And so I need to be able to scale the business so I can give more to the community, more jobs. And 2026, I want to double our production. Our competition, I would say a good example is Stahl. They're based off of South Bend. I love their branding. Their social media posts are on point. I need to do better. Follow me on Instagram. We take pride in being local, and we really want to help the community. I mean, a good example is 2 weekends ago, we were at Strikers for the breast cancer event that they had there. They told me I did the best bowling. Just putting that out there. Our marketing strategy, residential, it's like 50 to 70 million. and just in the areas that we work, which surprised me too. But we're expanding further into the commercial sector, and we do already commercial, and we've done a lot with sub, but I ended up ripping the Band-Aid, and we don't do sub work anymore. We are trying to make those direct connections with the companies. Pearson, Whirlpool. Here's our revenue model. We, as you can see, we're not negative. So, I mean, I think that's good. In financial terms, we're paying bills. My wife buys Amazon, so I think we're okay. Surprising, our baby is not screaming her head off. She's waiting for tonight. First few years, we did apartments. We just tapped into in 2022, and we probably did like 3 residentials. 2023, we did more of that. We're tapping into commercial. 2024 has been a great year. We did get a lot more help though, so kind of cut our net profit, but it's great. We're growing. Something I should mention is that we would love a lift. If you heard me talking about the ladder situation earlier, I don't mind my crew, but sometimes they're a little shaky up there, so I'm the one up there. As I mentioned, I'm married. I have 2 beautiful kids, and they want me home, surprisingly. So in summary, my ask would be, with $15,000, I would buy a 50-foot lift, towable lift, would not only cut directly like $10,000 a year just on rentals. We wouldn't have to worry about working with the rental schedule, and it would be a direct investment to our crew. More efficient, faster, and most of all, safer, which is my wife's favorite thing. So follow us. I believe there's a little link there. I would love to post there on Instagram more and share our journey. Any question?
Good job, my friend.
Thank
It's
you.
Good to see you outside of the coffee shop. You know, just for background, we know each other loosely in the real estate side, and I get the pleasure to serve him on occasion. Can you go into detail about the lift? I know you said you're going to save in lift rental fees, but how do you project growth with that lift?
I love that question. Thank you. Because I didn't get to go into detail. So first of all, a little backstory. If you know anything about lifts, they're actually about $20,000 to $30,000. So I really dove deep into it to try to fit in that $15K. I found the providers that sell it here and then resell it here. So I got in contact with them, found what I wanted, $15,000 to $19,000. They'll ship it directly to Michigan somewhere, Detroit, I think. And then on the numbers, it's about 20% increase. I mean, we got about 10,000 a year just on rentals. And then being faster, we can do about 1 more job a month. It comes out to about $31,000 a year. So, thank you.
Mario, pleasure meeting you. It's a little hot, so hopefully it doesn't go off. So I commend you on wanting to get the lift. My brother, many moons ago, owned a painting company and fell off a 30-foot scaffolding and ended his company. So it's a cautionary tale that safety in your industry is really paramount. As someone that owns a lot of rentals, I work with a lot of companies like yours. And what would be your value proposition to me that makes you different than the others that has nothing to do with price?
I think what really sets us apart is value. When I started, I did like Angie's List and like many other people. I mean, and they're bad. Well, my case. Now we do jobs and we get recommended. I get like 3, 5 more, or get referrals. I get calls weekly without doing anything. Just pretty much showing up, doing what we're supposed to, maybe a little bit above, and it really puts us out there, sets us higher. And I've always been, I don't want to be the high guy, high price, like, hey, we're amazing, we're a crazy brand, like Chanel or something, and Gucci, charge ridiculous amounts. I try to stay in the middle ground, but deliver exceptional value.
Can I just ask what your why is?
My why is over there, my family.
Can you tell us how you got started?
Yeah, so I was in construction. I grew up literally in construction. My uncles own 2 profitable businesses in Indiana, and like 5 years old, and I've been out there helping them. And gosh, yeah, and yeah, so I've helped build from the ground up many houses. Down here, when I got married, I was helping my father-in-law in insulation, so I was more into construction. Not the funnest thing to do, but I had this opportunity with my co-founder. He was at an apartment complex at like 500 apartments, and they needed a painter. We're like, hey, I know how to paint. You can paint, and I have construction knowledge. Let's do this. And that's how we started.
Thank you, Mario.
Thank you.
We're using child labor tonight. I'm so sorry.
Hello, I am Aliyah Horns with Aliyah Horns Art, also known as O-Art LLC, which was established in 2021. And the aim and focus is to bring healing and restoration to the creators' creations. And so we provide high quality drawn designs, and we also provide therapeutic art classes as well as regular art classes. So you can do it yourself, or we can do it for you. Which would you choose?
Hey, 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 good evening, everyone. I thank you all for coming out tonight. I am Aliyah Horns, a visual artist, graphic designer, and storyteller. I started O-Art LLC in 2021 to bring restoration for the creators' creations. We get the opportunity to bring you accessibility and affordability of high quality visual art. And with our multidisciplinary approach, we improve mental health and promote well-being through our therapeutic art classes, as well as spreading the good news that God so loved the world that he brought us into this very existence. He created us. He's the creator, which makes us the art. Has anyone ever wondered why Jesus was a carpenter on earth? There's literally love, humility, and communication in creating. So both pictures you see on screen, as well as these, hand drawn by me, will easily cost $1,000 per piece from another business. From us, they all were under $600. So there's two barriers we face. There's a lack of skilled artists that teach and provide therapeutic services, as well as high costs associated with the high quality work and simple therapy sessions. So we provide you with a variety of products and services, shipping and convenient travel options, as well as seasonal deals and payment plans. Our next steps are to provide you with virtual and one-on-one therapy consultations. We help you find your voice and find your confidence while understanding the power of creating. With continual expression through creativity comes long-term mental healing and restoration. This is why we are available for you full-time all year round, and we are award-winning creators, which means we create with intent that art benefits the brain, body, heart, and soul. So, we operate with one employee, servicing 10 corporate clients. We serve Berrien County and Kent County. We have an advisory team of professional financial advisors, teachers, artists, designers, and therapists. And we have 3 main streams of income. 2 of our direct competitors in Berrien County is J&L and Brush and Bloom. But what sets us apart is we offer live portrait drawings. We don't just craft art, we craft experiences. We offer illustrations, graphic design, murals, art classes, and more. Our primary students are 12 to 18 years old. Our primary buyers are from 35 to 50 years old, and our consumers consist of families, businesses, and organizations, churches, schools, and more. We reach them online and directly by visiting their locations and hosting frequent art marketing events. In 2027, the visual arts market alone, which is just one of our primary mediums, is projected to reach $33 billion. And we serve the entire visual arts market, which is projected to reach $696 billion. It's a $1 billion industry. So we offer products that range from $50 to $500 per product and services that range from $50 to $100 per group. Prior to teaching in 2024, and prior to operating full-time, we had a gross amount of about $11,000 with a net income of $2,700. Coming into 2025 with 2 new corporate clients and cutting out overhead costs, as well as investing in a series of business growth seminars, we had a gross amount of $16,000 with a net income of $11,000. So going into 2026 with 2 more corporate clients, making it 10 altogether, we expect $27,000 with a net income of $16,000. We also gained the keys to our new studio space December 18th. Woo woo. So that gives us a projected rate of $46,000 next year with a net income of $29,500. And this is with confidence in our consistency to double our revenue and bring on 2 new clients per year. So with your $15,000 investment today, $10,000 will go into securing 1 year of studio space, ensuring that we can double the amount of classes that we teach by offering in-house classes, and $5,000 will go towards industrial equipment, which will improve product durability, shelf life, and student engagement, retention, and productivity rate. And that's all. Thank you.
Judges, do we have any questions?
Of course, thank you for your presentation. I think the arts are so important right now, and usually you see anytime there's big change in the world, it usually comes through the arts first. A lot of people say it's head to heart. I actually think it's more heart to head, right? And usually that flows through the creatives. You may have explained this a little bit already, but could you walk us through what an art therapy looks like in like a session?
So there's a couple different options for the art therapy. You have some people who really want to do their own thing. They just want to express themselves. And so there's clay, right? You can sculpt with clay. We can do aromatherapy with candles. We can do painting. It's really up to the individual. So that's one of the things. That's one of the DIY therapeutic art classes. And then another one is you can talk to me and we can create together, and you get a sense of healing because you're expressing yourself and you don't feel like you're being judged. And there's no wrong or right way to do it. There's no specific outcome. There's nothing specific that you're looking for, but the feeling that comes with it. And so it's just, you know, what works for the individual. I'm here to serve you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming up there. I know it takes a lot of guts to be up there. I love your energy. I could tell you, first of all, that people that go about their work with the passion and excitement that you have are usually very successful. So congratulations for just being up here. The first thing I would want to ask is, can you better clarify where the revenue streams in your business are? Are they just from selling the art? Is there a fee for the services of the therapeutic work that you do? Could you better just clarify where those come from and how that works?
Yes. So I teach in Grand Rapids. That's one stream of income at schools there specifically. And in Benton Harbor here, I teach at the Krazel Art Center. So, well, and not Benton Harbor, St. Joe, but we get it. So I teach at Art Center, and that's another stream of revenue. So 2 different areas. And then my portrait drawings and illustrations, that's like, those are the products that I sell consistently every month, always, constantly. So those are my 3 main streams of income.
I mentioned that marketing is a huge thing for all businesses. So how, like, you're going to have this new space that you want to utilize. How are you going to market these workshops to the community?
Well, first I'll start marketing in the familiar areas that I already do business in, giving my customers their, I guess, first dibs, we would say, if they want to do the one-on-one and virtual classes, and from there, online marketing. And I also will be going to churches, schools, and different facilities, and I have to pitch to them, you know? either they have a need or they don't, but it's really big. It's important and it's serious, and it helps where a lot of people don't know that, like, art is really healing. And if I can say one more thing, I have a very special person here. Ms. Robinson, can you stand up and show everyone your portrait? It was an anniversary gift, and so that was done this year, and I just wanted to show that because all of the pieces that you see right now are at least 3 years old. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Alea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Want to grab that stuff?
There's a blue binder that you need to grab, and then
Thank you for allowing us to present tonight. My name is Hayden Kaiser with Wright Innovations, and tonight we are showcasing the Mixturus, which is the first of its kind in the market. It's a true convection 3-in-1 vaporizer for loose leaf herbs, and it can also handle any kind of wax concentrate and 510 thread cartridges in one single device. It's definitely something that is groundbreaking in the market, and we're glad to present it to you tonight.
Good afternoon, friends. All right. So my name is Hayden Kaiser, and my company, as I had stated, is Right Innovations. We actually design forward-thinking tools and accessories for the best herbal experiences. Through thoughtful engineering and convection, we unlock the true health potential of herbs such as lavender, chamomile, and eucalyptus through a refined product. So the company was established in 2020, February 14th, with my co-founder, who has joined us tonight, Neil Bashirs. And we started studying the industry, and we realized that the creative connoisseur, our target audience, is dealing with a phenomenal problem of way too many choices in the market. So for them to actually get the exact kind of luxury experience that they want, they need to spend $847 in equipment, or they could get the right system and spend $400. So a creative connoisseur is somebody who cares about health and wellness. They want a tech accessory and not something that just is loud gear and stuff that takes a lot of maintenance. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Mixturus. So it's the first true 3-in-1 convection vaporizer device that passes the ergonomic bar test for grip. It has flat contoured surfaces on all edges for easy control and grip, easy cleanability. The mouthpiece is top rack dishwasher safe for easy maintenance, and it has the LEDs themselves are actually designed in a way to be grayscale in nature. So people who are RGB color deficient can actually tell a difference in the temperature settings regardless of the color. So the current traction in the market right now has been pretty humbling, to be honest. It's I have a deep amount of gratitude with our retail partners. We've actually got 14 plus locations that have already adopted us. With B2B wholesale, it's an amazing magazine that goes B2B. They actually have showcased us in a July cover with 3 different pages, as well as making sure that in BuzzFeed, we were highlighted in September for the top seeded product. And so we've gotten some really good traction overall in general there. You can see right here that across the board, the Mixturus is actually the only device that checks every single box that these kind of creative connoisseurs really want. It's ROSE certified, CE certified. It's gone through UL testing. It has medical grade device technology inside of it, swappable batteries. It's also rechargeable, pass-through charging, and it's got a unique property that the mouthpiece is top rack dishwasher safe. So cleanability is definitely one of the factors that people really like. So because of these premium ingredients, fans rant and rave about its cleanliness and purity, and they definitely make sure that they've incorporated it into their everyday carry. So the total market, the opportunity that we're actually looking at here is about 12.1 million individuals in the aromatherapy industry. We are actually targeting people who can comfortably spend $400. And so these individuals, about 10% or 1.2 million. And you can see the handsome fellow in the bottom right. He looks kind of familiar there. This is what a creative connoisseur may look like, right? And so, and we like craft coffee. We like shopping in boutique outlets. We are focused on health and wellness. And this is where we want to make sure we have devices that are truly premium in nature. We can also target these people through health and wellness events, Third Eye Craft Affair. These are nonprofit events that they really truly care about the community, food pantries and drives. It's important to us as well. So our profit, our P&L right here, this is a grassroots founded company between my co-founder and I. And we, you know, in 2023, you can see the net income is negative. And we were actually in the process of operating agreements, buying IP, getting the IP protected, getting tooling started, and finding our OEM. In 2024, that is when we did the bulk purchase of tools, assets, and getting the final utility design patents and other protections in place in Europe, in Asia, as well as in North America. So now that we have those protections in place, we really hit the ground running. And that's where now we want to lower the MSRP by $100, and that gets us to the final award. So we would really like to use this to lower our retail price by $100, support our distributors so that we can secure the next 1,000 unit order and get ourselves into the black instead of the red. And we want to do this by doing some design for manufacturing corrections, tool steel changes. We want to do first article approval. And, you know, this is something that will help somebody deep roots in Benton Harbor as well as 10 years in manufacturing and quality experience. Thank you.
Is there any way you can go back to the last screen where it talks about your finances?
Of course.
So in 2025, you guys are at about 9,600. How do you plan on going from 9,600 to the next year, 2026 to 2,000 or 204,000?
Yeah, so we right now we have, so the 14 retail locations have helped us sell the 9,600. We have 2 key distributors actually in Brazil that want to buy 500 units each, and that will then get us to the 204,000 total income. We are right now in talks with several distributors that they have 8,000 retail customers each. And so if any of those bite on the $100 off of that and the reduced wholesale cost, we're already in profit.
What's the price point on the competition?
Yep. So the competition.
And I might have missed that. I apologize.
Yeah, no. So the competition right now, so if you want the exact same premium experience with the competitor products versus ours, you need to spend $847 minimum.
Well, welcome. Great presentation.
Thank you.
Thanks for being up here as well. We know it's a lot to get up there. The small manufacturing industry is a fickle one because oftentimes you'll put all the R&D into something, which you can see, you did a really great job of presenting your financials there. And then you're looking to recover it down the line, which at that point, you're hoping to beat the market to where China and India and some of these other places that don't have to worry about your patent will create the same product and sell it on Temu. What is your marketing? What is your plan for when that day comes to innovate past this product and continue to grow?
Yeah, so I try to focus as limited as possible on the competition in regards to Chinese manufacturers because their target consumer is somebody who spends $8 to $15. Whenever you see them come and look at a $400 product, they have probably 4 or 5 different manufacturers and they all know each other in Shenzhen. So it's one of those situations where we trademark mixtures in China and we lock it down to a single factory so that they can produce and authorized to produce just there. And then we get the different design and utility patents protected through Europe, North America, and Taiwan. So anytime that people will exit Shenzhen or China, they also try to short circuit it and go into Taiwan and manufacture there. So we covered all the manufacturing bases, and I did probably 2 or 3 years of research to understand where I needed to put those strategic shields. Thank you.
I may have missed this as well, but what is your why behind this product?
So my why, so the word aromatherapy or vaporization has been extremely negatively stigmatized. And in my opinion, if you have convection heat or hot air extraction of plant matter, it is the healthiest, freshest, rawest way to deliver medicine to individuals who truly need raw herbs in a way that shouldn't be stigmatized. It's classy, it's professional. We wanted to design a product that has mobility. It can pass the bar grip test. You have the RGB color sensitivity for color blindness. We also made it to where it's top rack dishwasher safe, super easy to load, because we are concerned about people with mobility restrictions. So my why is targeting these individuals who do have some extra income, but I wanted to follow Ford's tactics of, it's all affordable. Anybody can have any color they want as long as it's black. It's $400. It's something that's obtainable and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg.
Awesome. Thank you, Hayden.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emily Honkin. I'm the owner of Bake Effect. I make gourmet treats made without wheat in Southwest Michigan. We have a full menu of baked goods that are all made without wheat or gluten. Also have dairy-free, egg-free, and dye-free options for those that are following those dietary needs. My goal is to provide good food for everybody, regardless of their allergies and dietary needs in Southwest Michigan.
Hello, my name is Emily Onken. I'm the owner of Bake Effect, home of gourmet treats made without wheat. My professional baking journey started over 15 years ago, and I launched Bake Effect in 2021 with a fully gluten-free menu. Why would I do that? Initially, it started because I developed a contact allergy to wheat flour, and it became very painful for me to continue baking with it, so I had to pivot. And when I did that, I realized there's actually a great need for what I have to offer. So about 1% of the US population has a celiac disease diagnosis. Another 6% has a diagnosis of a non-celiac gluten sensitivity. And then another 2.5% on top of that have not received a diagnosis, but will receive one at some point in their lives. So that adds up to about 10% of the US population. In Berrien County, that translates to around 15,000 people. So I always say everyone either is somebody or knows somebody who needs to eat gluten-free. Raise your hand if you know somebody who needs to eat gluten-free. Yeah, lots of hands. So what's the solution? Gourmet treats made without wheat. I offer a full menu of baked goods that are delicious: pies, cakes, cookies, breads, and more, all made without the use of wheat or gluten. I also offer a selection of items that are dairy-free, egg-free, and artificial dye-free, just to meet those additional dietary needs as well. To date, I've served over 900 customers in Berrien County, and I have a retention rate of about 25%. So 1 in 4 people who have purchased from me have come back to purchase again. I currently focus on about 4 to 6 large markets throughout the year, with additional weekly pop-ups that are smaller. I also take individual orders online, as well as orders for holidays and weddings and events. And then currently, I am the only paid employee, but you can see that I have some pretty big goals for the near term and the long term. There is one gluten-free bakery in town, Provision Snack Club. At this time, they're only open 1 day a week. So Bake Effect offers a key advantage of just more availability. My order form is available all the time. People can place an order ahead of time to pick up at their convenience. And then I also offer a larger scope of menu, just more types of items available. And then, of course, people can go to the grocery store and buy gluten-free food off the shelf, but in terms of quality and flavor and texture, it just doesn't really compare to having something homemade from scratch, especially if you're planning a family event or celebration. There's just no comparison. So speaking of families, I do have a lot of customers who are purchasing for family members who are impacted by celiac or gluten sensitivity. I see a lot of parents purchasing for their kids or grandkids. I also see a lot of working professionals who have a dietary restriction or not. They may just be health conscious, or just foodies who enjoy interesting food that tastes good. And then I do have a lot of organizations that purchase from me to provide an inclusive option for their event. And I do receive a lot of word of mouth referrals. And then I have a interactive social media presence, as well as an email newsletter and a website. And we can't talk about a bakery without also talking about the dough. So here we go. You'll notice immediately between 2023 and 2024, there was a decrease in revenue about 25%. And that's primarily due to the fact that I reduced the number of large markets that I went to in that year. So you can see the revenue came down, but you can also see the expenses came down as well, about the same rate, 25%. And that's because I worked really hard to increase efficiency and reduce waste in that year, and really just tightened up those expenses. And you can see that trend continues into this year as well. The expenses keep coming down while the revenue is coming back up about 15% in 2025. And that's because I've worked to increase the number of individual orders coming in the absence of those larger markets, to really kind of grow that stability. And then you'll see I am projecting some huge growth in 2026. And that's because I believe that I can turn $15,000 today into over $40,000 next year in the following ways. I will use $8,000 for a market assistant that will enable Bake Effect to go to 20 markets in 2026 with an average expected income of $1,500 per market for a total of $30,000 in new revenue. The remaining $7,000 will be used for marketing and SEO support. Just a professional who can work with the SEO and expand Bake Effect's reach to more areas of Berrien County. That will bring in 200 new customers with an average spend of $53 per order for an additional $10,000 in 2026. And that's just the beginning. There's still a lot of those 15,000 people who need to eat gluten-free in Berrien County to reach, but they have to know that I'm here first. So that's the plan for growth in 2026 and beyond. Thank you. Questions?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm actually gluten-free myself,
All right.
and when we created the coffee shop, we wanted to provide options for everybody. The hard part when you're gluten-free is finding a product that tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
And your stuff tastes real good. Sorry, everybody else that you didn't get to try it, but it's pretty good stuff.
Thank you.
Can you talk mainly about the cost of goods, the sourcing of the gluten-free items, and then are you 100% gluten-free, like certified kitchen at this point?
No, so currently operating as a cottage food baker out of my home
Okay.
kitchen, which is
Okay.
not fully gluten-free.
Yep.
And I am very upfront about that with any customers. I would rather not make a sale than have somebody potentially get cross contact. Can you repeat the first part of your question? It was about cost of goods sold.
Yeah, because usually when you're buying gluten-free items, they are a little more costly than
Yes, so I aim to price with about a 33% cost of goods sold. And that has obviously grown recently with, you see the prices at the grocery store, it's gotten very expensive, but I try to price to keep my cost of goods sold at 33%. It's been getting up into the 40% range more recently just because of those raise in prices. So I just try to price to incorporate the fact that those ingredients are more expensive.
Right, and then one quick follow-up question: how does the pricing on your gluten-free items compare to non-gluten-free items in the market?
It is more expensive, and generally people are prepared for that. It's just kind of the reality of the situation that those ingredients do cost more. Ultimately, it comes down to what people want to have in their lives, and so it's a choice that they make.
Wonderful job, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Other questions?
I do. First off, your items were delicious. I enjoyed them.
Thank you.
And second, when you think about your target customer, obviously a gluten-free customer, but anything else, because I'm thinking about if it costs more, tell me about how you're going to get those customers to buy your items instead of going somewhere else or going to the grocery store.
Sure. Yeah. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of working professionals who have kind of the extra room in their budget to make a purchase like this. This is a luxury item, and not everybody, has the space in their budget for it. So I do see a lot of customers who, kind of are budgeting accordingly, or making, select choices. They're purchasing the items that they really care specifically about, whether it's for like a special celebration, like a birthday party, and they're kind of planning ahead for that. So yes, there is a difference in price between gluten-free and non-gluten-free and homemade versus store-bought. So, just kind of leave the choice up to them ultimately.
Yeah, I'd like to encourage you to keep making sure that you value your product.
Thank you.
A lot of the farms around me don't charge the prices that I charge, and they call me a boutique farmer, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you grab those customers who value what you do and the hard work that you put into it. So
Thank you.
continue to value what you're doing.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
I second that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Yeah, well, really smart at bringing really great food here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've been enjoying this, and it's really great. In your marketing plan, it looks like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, a lot of the growth strategy is additional markets. Is that something that you plan on using, like going to more market activities and having physical locations, or is it just serving markets like in subscription services and those type of activities, or is your growth based on physically being in the locations where you're doing business?
It's a physical farmers market is what the 20 markets that I was referring to is physical farmers markets being a vendor at those.
And that's what the growth strategy would be in the future, is to increase your attendance at those different markets?
Beyond 2026, no. The goal beyond 2026 is to have my own space, my own commercial kitchen, brick and mortar location, and then the farmers market aspect would kind of go down from there.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Emily. So our next contestant has a special treat for the audience as well. So we're just going to give the team here a few minutes to, or a couple 30 seconds here to pass everything out. So speed round.
Got a selection here from some soul motherfuckers. Chicago. So if you got it, light it up. Let's get this party.
Hi, everybody. My name is Stephanie Ott Williams. I am the owner of Baseballs and Company, a local healthy and hearty restaurant that provides salads, sandwiches, smoothies, acai bowls. We have so many options. We also cater all across the state of Michigan as well as locally. I'm so excited to be here. I am excited for you to see my pitch presentation, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephanie Ott Williams, the owner of Baseballs and Company, your local restaurant that provides garden fresh fruits and vegetables. We were founded in May 2022 after an incredible young man named Maddox Williams developed cancer. My family wanted to be able to give to him, and that meant we needed to make more profits. We decided to open a restaurant, something that provided healthy options. There was nothing else like us at the time. We chose to provide healthy and hearty options so we could serve a diverse clientele, and to launch a catering business so we could serve even more people that were just coming in our restaurant. Baseballs and Company loves to give back every chance we get. We saw a problem in our community. There just weren't a lot of places that had a diverse options of healthy foods. We chose to have healthy and hearty options such as salads, sandwiches, smoothies, acai bowls, macaroni and cheese, boba. By keeping a diverse menu, that let us have something on our menu that everybody liked. We have served over 83,000 customers in 3.5 years. The senior center loved what we were doing so much that they came to us and asked if we would serve food there. In 1 year, we served over 4,000 meals at our local senior center. Our senior center was able to purchase healthy options. By staying in the green and serving thousands of customers, we proved that there was indeed a problem in our community, and we solved that by opening Baseballs and Company. We have currently been open for 3.5 years. We are now the sole food provider for the local senior center. We started with a teeny tiny 700 square foot storefront, and now we have an 1,800 square foot space that has plenty of room for catering as well as seating. We have between 6 and 20 team members, depending on the season, 2 of them being Maddox's family members, his mom and sister, and soon to be his little brother. We have won various awards that we are extremely proud of. Moody on the Market, Best Places to Work. We also won Best Catering through the Herald Palladium in the past and this year. And we also won during a live vote at the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber event, Best New Business 2 years ago. The next steps for Baseballs and Company is to get out there on wheels so we can serve even more people and grow our offerings at our local senior center. Our current competition is Verde Juice Bar, Evermore Juice Bar, CK Catering, and Classic Catering. What makes us different is that we provide fresh ingredients every single day. We use local farms in the summertime and other resources throughout the year. To keep such a wide variety of options on our menu, that allows us to serve so many different people. And when it comes to our catering, we choose to be more affordable than a lot of others out there. Our ideal consumers is anybody looking for a lunch option, something healthy, and when it comes to catering, we love to serve anybody. The total market size for healthy options and catering in this area alone is over $10 million. There is so much room for growth, and we want to exist in our community and capitalize on that as much as we possibly can. Baseballs and Company thrives off the main drag of Niles Avenue. We're right on Washington, and between our local hospital and surrounded by tons of schools. We're easily accessible to our community and tourists as well. To capitalize and continue to grow, we look forward to continuing partnerships, providing monthly newsletters to local businesses so that they know what we have to offer, and also giving back to our community every chance we get, getting out there to different events and doing giveaways so that we can post pictures of what we have to offer, and that gets shared and more people see that. Our revenue model is as follows. As you can see, Baseballs and Company has grown by over 3% every single year. We get our profits from our consumers purchasing our goods. With the $15,000 that we win tonight, we plan to use $12,000 of that to bring our food truck to code. With $3,000 of that, we plan to provide more equipment for the senior center so that we can speed up the time that it takes to make a sandwich from 5 minutes down to a minute. With $15,000 of winnings, we can gain over $50,000 in revenue in just 1 year. Thank you guys all for coming out tonight. Have a great holiday season. We appreciate you.
Can you go back to your revenue for me?
Absolutely. Judges, questions whenever you are ready. Take your time.
Well, first off, your presentation was excellent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I thought you engaged us very much. So, so can you tell us your why? Why do you do what you do?
Yes, I do what I do because when I worked my 9 to 5, I had a salary that my husband and I used, mine and his, to buy a house, to buy a car, and there just weren't enough extra earnings there to do more than what a young couple wanted to do that just got married. So opening this business has allowed us to give back to so many different organizations and continue to build our company as well. If I die tomorrow, I know that I left my footprint all across this community and I did my deed and I can rest well. Thank you.
Great presentation.
Thank you so much.
Love your work, especially with the senior center and giving back to those folks. A quick question on your cost of goods sold. I see your revenue over the last 5 years has had about an 80% increase, but your cost of goods sold has only increased about 40-50%. How have you been able to maintain, or not maintain, but keep those cost of goods sold so low?
We have been able to keep the cost of goods so low by not really increasing our prices. Even though at times our products go up, we have a salad on our menu that's $15, and that might seem like a lot to some people. But if you go out to eat at a typical chain and you order a salad at a restaurant, it's going to cost you about $15. The cost of avocados have gone up, the cost of lettuce has gone up, and we do not want to scare away our community members. So we want to keep our prices the same, even though that means that sometimes we take a little bit of a hit.
But if you take a hit, how are you going to keep your business going?
By serving more people. So we can take a hit if we serve that $15 salad for $20. We've noticed when we've even raised our prices 50 cents, we get people that complain about it. They know that we are here to make money and we have to make that. And so if we can serve more people, keep the cost of goods the same, and only raise our prices when it is extremely necessary, we can continue to grow revenue. If we ever have a significant hit, then that is when we decide to raise things by 50 cents so that it's approachable for the community members and not $2 on things. Even though if you see at the grocery store, you see your lunch meat goes up, and just like at the dollar store, they had over a 50% increase on all their goods. It's hard to find anything in there that's $1 anymore. So we will adjust prices when necessary to never fall into the red. There's no business loan that we have. We drain the bank account to make this idea exist, and we have to do every single thing we can to stay in the green.
Great business.
Thank you.
I know about the business. A lot of the things you have on your menu, we have on ours down
We're
south,
alike.
as far as bowls and fresh products and all of that good stuff. How do you and dealing with fresh produce, right? Cost of goods sold. It's pretty difficult to manage and make sure that you're preserving that the right way. How do you do that in your business?
Absolutely. You will find me at your local grocery stores, no joke, every single day. If you purchase in bulk your cucumbers or your bananas, they are not going to make it through the week. So my team makes a list every single night that I have to go purchase the next day. And I get fresh cucumbers, fresh cherry tomatoes, fresh sandwich tomatoes, fresh strawberries. Thank God I have a very understanding husband that knows when I wake up in the morning, it's brush my teeth, get ready, kiss my family goodbye, and off to the stores and farms I go.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you so much, you guys. We appreciate you.
Good job. Hello, I'm Alexandra Rampt. I am the owner of Bare Naked Salts and Soaps. As people are turning away from chemically laden products, people are starting to switch to all natural alternatives. Bare Naked is becoming their go-to for all natural bath and body products. I'm really excited to be here and excited to hopefully expand my business with this pitch.
Hello, I am Alexandra Rampt, and I am the owner of Bare Naked Salts and Soaps. At Bare Naked, we use plant and mineral-based ingredients to create small batch, all-natural skincare products. One night, I was bathing my son and read the back of his shampoo bottle. I noticed it contained chemicals with names I could not pronounce. I knew something had to change. I started researching aloe bar soaps and started making them. As awareness grows around chemicals in baby and adult care products, people are shifting to all-natural alternatives. Clean ingredients are not a trend. They are a demand. People are reading labels and asking questions. As people switch from chemically laden products, Bare Naked is becoming their go-to for clean, natural ingredients. This is a full-on shift towards ingredient transparency. As customers become aware of what's actually in their products, they are not loving it. In fact, 54% of US consumers seek natural. Only 1 in 3 items sold are marked clean. This is a full-on shift towards ingredient transparency. To meet demand, we currently make 11 products, including magnesium butters and aloe bar soaps, that are made with plant and mineral-based ingredients that customers do not need a chemistry degree to read and understand. Transparent labels build trust. Our customers are mostly women, ranging from 30 to 50, who seek to avoid discomforts caused by chemically laden products. To reach these customers, we currently sell at markets and 12 different retail stores, including Luminous Spa and Niles. And our website continues to gain traction through new and returning customers. Our competitors include Raw Oats of Buchanan and Braley's Provision of Goshen. Bare Naked stands out because we use plant and mineral-based ingredients. And with our small batch model, this guarantees our products deliver a high quality. According to Global Market Insights, in 2021, the US market for all natural skincare was valued at $6.7 billion. With a growth rate of 6.6%, this market is expected to continue to rise through 2030. Women are our largest consumer, accounting for 77.7%. Bare Naked has an organic marketing strategy. With the use of free social media like Instagram and Facebook, and speaking with customers at farmers markets and festivals. This strategy has allowed us to go from selling 300 soaps in 2022 to over 1,500 in 2025. 90% of Bare Naked's revenue is through direct-to-consumer sales. Wholesale is 10%. Year to date, we have generated $61,000 in sales and project an additional $6,000 by the end of the year. This is a 72% increase over last year and a 272% over 2023. In 2025, our net margin will be 149%, an increase over 13% in 2023. As products of natural skincare continue to rise, Bare Naked will need to become more profitable by investing in equipment and digital marketing. The $15,000 will impact 2 areas of our business. $8,000 will go to support the purchase of equipment, like 2 large melting pots and a commercial-grade immersion blender, cutting 4 hours per production cycle and increasing output. We know growth requires visibility. The remaining $7,000 will be invested in a strategic marketing upgrade, revamping Bare Naked's website and optimizing our digital presence, elevating Bare Naked in the search rankings. Together, these investments will strengthen our operation, produce an additional $35,000 in revenue, and put us for sustained growth in the all-natural skincare market. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. It takes a lot of guts to be up there.
Thank you.
You did a
My
great
heart's
job.
about to pound on my chest.
I'm sure. Well, first of all, I really love, even in comparison to everyone that has great presentations, I love that your use of funds hits on both sides of the aisle, both on the operations and the sales. Oftentimes businesses will put money into marketing and sales and they don't have the ability to even fulfill the orders or vice versa. So kudos on that.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit from your growth strategy? Obviously, that looks also pretty balanced. You know, you're in retail locations, but you're also going to the festivals and things like that. What other areas, like selling from your website, e-commerce, what other areas and revenue streams do you see in your future?
I would love to get a building to just have a bigger operation and have local pickup. I have a lot of customers that want to do local pickup with me, and I don't have that option right now being out of my house. I don't want strangers to just show up. So yes, a building is in my future, but it's going to be a few more years. But still, social media, website, going to markets. I even hand out pamphlets that include all of the stores I sell at. I list them all on my website to make sure that everyone knows how to find me.
As a mom, I know that there are a lot of natural products out there.
Yes.
So why would I choose yours over another company's?
I do use all I use all organic ingredients, and I create everything with plant and mineral based. Everything is going off of allergies, things like that. I want it to be sustainable for everybody. I make a magnesium butter that has helped hundreds of people right now with pain and with sleep. And I promote that highly, but it's all natural, it's organic, it's small batch made. So I am able to control everything that is seen, going in it, and all of the labeling, bottling.
I have a question. How do you see yourself increasing your sales with this equipment? Can you explain that a little bit better for me?
Yes, so it will cut 4 hours per production cycle. So I'll be able to get more items out faster. Right now, I can't actually keep up with demand, especially this time of year. This time of year is very busy for me. And I've got show after show after show. And when I'm selling out at every single weekend, and I've only got so much time in between, having a little bit larger melting pot and a better equipment will help me get there faster for each weekend.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Good job, Alex.
Thank you.
We actually have her stuff at our shop, and I use her magnesium personally. So, of course, I have firsthand experience. Natural products are important to us too. I know you mentioned 90% direct to consumer, 10% wholesale. What's the plan? Do you want to increase the 10%?
Yes.
What's the long-term goal for that?
My long-term would be to eventually stop doing markets, doing wholesale with small businesses like Second and Main, helping both businesses increase revenue that way, helping each other. But yes, stop doing markets because lugging all of my equipment around is hard. It's moving a business from here to here to here to here every single weekend is very challenging and taxing.
Thank you. Good work.
Thank you.
All right. So our final contestant this evening is Kiana Spite with Hello Beautiful Boutique. Following her presentation, live voting for crowd favorite will officially open. Voting is only available for those here tonight in person. To cast your vote, simply scan the QR codes located in your booklet, on the table toppers, or on the screens next on either side of me. You will need those voter ID codes that you got when you first checked in, so please have those available. If you're having trouble, please find a YP board member or chamber staff that is currently raising their hand. Thank you, Greta. And in the back, thank you. All right, so let's get started.
Hello, I'm Kiana Spade. I am one of the proud owners of Hello Beautiful Boutique, along with my mother, Destiny Burton. We started Hello Beautiful Boutique in order to inspire young women to feel beautiful inside and out. However, Hello Beautiful has expanded to way more than we can imagine. We now service men, young girls, look for prom attire, pageant attire, and we're glad to be a staple in this community. We look forward to showing you everything that we have to offer in our pitch on tonight.
Hello, beautiful people. I am Kenyana Spade, co-owner of Hello Beautiful Boutique, where we service men and women, plus and petite shoes, clothes, and apparel. On tonight, we have for you a couple of our models who've purchased these items from Hello Beautiful, showcasing our formal as well as informal wear. Thank you to our models. Hello Beautiful saw a gap in the market for a need for more unique items for plus size as well as everyday petite ladies and men. And currently in Ben Harbor, there are no boutiques that offer the items that we offer. We lost a lot of those boutiques, and so we saw a gap where there needed to be more options for individuals looking for unique items such as you've seen on this stage tonight. Our solution, we offer prom formal wear for those looking to stand out and stand apart, going to either pageants, going to formal events, also everyday wear. We offer unique looks that make you look exclusive, also offering brand exclusivity, telling you if you will have someone else that looks like you by keeping a roster of our customers. Some of the things we offer at Hello Beautiful Boutique also are our beauty services. We offer spa, massage, all of these makeup, lashes, eyelash extensions. You can literally come to Hello Beautiful Boutique and leave looking different from head to toe. Currently at Hello Beautiful Boutique, my mother and I run the daily operations. However, in the future, we endeavor to be able to hire new people in order to create job opportunities, starting with only $119 in the basement of our home as a jewelry business. We've evolved to over $40,000 worth of inventory. This has allowed us to amass $76,000 worth of revenue from last year to this year, with a projected sales growth of next year of 100%. With this new location, 2,500 square feet, think about it, coming from our basement, now 2,500 square feet, we are able to host all kinds of events, from pamper parties to special occasion events. This year, we're hosting our second annual fashion show right at Hello Beautiful Boutique. Our competitors, DK Boutique, Lana's Boutique, they offer plus size clothing for men, not for men, for women. But however, we offer plus size clothing for men and women. We also service those in need of formal wear, whether it's pageant, whether it's prom. We've been able to service Miss Michigan, Miss Indiana, and also pageant attendees going to Benton Harbor High School. This has been a tremendous blessing to the community as we've been able to donate many prom and pageant dresses to underprivileged youth. Our strategy. So 35 to 65% of our customers are men and women between 35 to 65 years old. Whether they're plus, whether they're petite, we're here to service them. Also, with this market, we see that there's 5,000 prom and pageant attendees just in Barron County alone. Of those, we've been able to service many through fostering relationships with schools and nonprofit organizations that reach out to youth. We will continue to foster these relationships in order to market to more of this demographic. Here in Barron County, 44% of the 35 to 65-year-old age gap make up $2.5 billion of the retail sales industry. Our strategy to market to them is, one, getting adequate signage. We've never had good signage at Hello Beautiful. Customers are looking for us. So $5,000 potential customers are going through our street every single day with no knowledge of who we are. We want to increase that and also get printed ads so that people can see and know who we are by posting them on the main drags all around town. We also want to reach out more to our TikTok and Instagram community. There's 18 million people looking to shop just on these ads. So if we go to these apps and get not printed ads. If we go to these apps and pay for ads, we've never had paid advertisement, we will be able to increase our sales by 70%. Last year, we made $46,000. In 2023, we were able to make $24,000. This decrease was in large part due to a car actually crashing into our business. We lost most of our inventory, so we actually had to build up at a new location, everything new, last year. This year, we didn't see the sales increase that we wanted to see due to a lack of inventory and having to start from scratch. We are projecting that next year we'll increase our revenue by 100% with this market strategy. So our ask on tonight is for $15,000. We'll use $12,000 in order to get new inventory to pull in those plus size and petite customers, as well as putting more into our plus size inventory. We'll use $2,000 in order to get signage so that we'll create brand visibility for those 5,000 customers passing our street every day. $1,000 will be utilized for online so that we can put more into those markets on TikTok and on Instagram to get those 18 million customers that we can potentially get that revenue as well. Thank you for listening. Hope to service you soon.
Well, thank you for being up there. The only thing harder than being first at a competition like this is being last, and you really hit it out of the park. And wonderful presentation. Kudos to the guy that helped all the ladies down the stairs. What a gentleman. Can we give him a hand? Well, as someone that had a business that had a kind of a catastrophic thing happen with having a roof torn off, I can empathize with having someone drive through there. What are you doing on a go forward, whether it be, insurance policies, different business models? What are you going to do to protect yourself from that next time something happens?
So we actually do have insurance. That was able to help with some of the build up to the new location. However, due to the fact that we're in an up and coming area, most of that money went into renovating. The location had been vacant for over 8 years. So when we came into that up and coming community, we had to actually build it up, garner business, have other small businesses come in. So we're doing a lot to build up that area, and it's currently still up and coming.
Can I just ask, with using some of that money for social media and printed ads, where did you get the 70% increase from? How did you get that?
Okay. So we found that through our market research that shops like ours that actually use Instagram and TikTok have been able to increase their sales by 70% just through using these ads. And so currently we're brick and mortar. We have a small online community, but we want to expand that so that we can continue to service our customers in the community, but also expand to build our own revenue too.
I think that's a very good idea, using social media platform, especially if you can get into shipping and getting your product out. A lot of people focus on right here, but if you can get out into the community and get out into like different states and ship your products, that's how you do make extra money as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I would piggyback off of what our friend said over here. I actually have a tenant that is Danny Morgan in Niles, and she does a lot of online retailing as far as clothing, and a lot of her business that she receives is really through like TikTok lives and other revenue streams. And then the boutique that she has is kind of like a secondary benefit to that. She builds up the clientele by selling online and driving business to her store, which I would encourage you to just say, I'm sure you are. And I might have missed this. Do you curate your own clothing, or do you purchase clothing and resell, or how does that work?
So we wholesale our clothing, and we do 100% increase markup. And then from there, we're able to generate 50% gross increase.
Okay.
So that's currently our model. We may have to tweak it a little bit just to make sure that we're actually having the revenue that we need.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. With that, the pitch competition has concluded. So this is your chance to make your voices heard. If you have not already voted, please scan the QR code up here on the screen and vote for your favorite. You can only choose one, unfortunately. All righty. So While we tally up the scores, let's take another moment to thank our incredible sponsors and judges who made this night possible, because I need a few minutes. Thank you to the Whirlpool Foundation, the Frederick S. Upton Foundation, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Indiana Michigan Power and AEP Company, Apex Integrated Solutions, Sturgis Bank, Corewell Health, Horizon Bank, All-Star Family Chiropractic, Casey's of Berrien Springs, Four Winds Casino, Midwest Family of Southwest Michigan, Moody on the Market, Watermark Brewing Company, and the Solarium by Watermark, Red Bar, Andrews Innovation, Michigan SBDC, the Pitch Coach, and SCORE of Southwest Michigan. All right, and another round of applause for our amazing judges tonight, Vanessa Frias, Michael Rowland, Dustin Jankowiak, and Danielle Granholm. So we're going to go ahead, if everyone would like to take a very quick break while we tally up the last of the scores, and I will bring everyone back to announce our winners tonight.
Feel like I wanna be inside of you when the sun goes down. As long as I'm gonna be around you when the sun goes down, yeah. Oh, my heart, taking me back to blue. I'm falling into my own senses. Another night, another day. It's better this way. Let the music play. Oh, my heart, only you can know how I feel. Every day is an ordeal to get by. Melancholy, ever so broken skin, mercury rising. I feel like I wanna be inside of you when the sun goes down. As long as I'm gonna be around you when the sun goes down, yeah. I feel like I wanna be inside of you. Oh my heart, there's movement across the tracks. I'm hoping to play it back. Alright. Lucky me, lucky you, they've given us 2-minute warning. Yeah. Oh, my heart, changing the way I kill, or changing the way I feel. Step forward. Everybody around the world understand what makes a child a man. Yes, I feel like I wanna be inside of you when the sun goes down. As long as I'm gonna be around you when the sun goes down, yeah. I feel like I wanna be. I feel like I wanna be inside of you when the sun goes down. As long as I'm gonna be around you.
All right, folks, 2 more minutes to vote live for crowd favorite. 2 more minutes.
To fulfill my needs, thinking what you want, let your mind free, you want free to up. There's no one reason. How many nights I've laid in bed excited over you. I close my eyes and thought of us 100 different ways. I've gotten there so many times, I wonder how about you. Day, night, night, day. All I've got to say is if I was your girl, all the things I do to you, I'd make you call up my name, might ask you if they know too. If I was your woman, the things I do to you, but I'm not, so I can't, then I won't. But if I was your girl. Undress, take your time, cause a week and all night. Ooh, you on the rise as you're touching my thighs and letting me know what you like. You feel like I go down, the down, 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 the down, down. I'll hold you in my hand and baby, you're smooth and shiny. It feels so good against my lips, sugar. I want you so bad I can taste your love right now, baby. Day, night, night, day. All I've got to say is if I was your girl, all do to you. I make you call up my name, might ask who it belongs to. If I was your woman, the things I do to you. But I'm not, so I can't, then I won't. But if I was your girl, ooh, yeah. Make you call up my name, ask who it belongs to. If I was your woman, the things I do to you. No.
Yeah. Okay, guys, if you could take your seats, please. Grab your seats, please. And I am cue cardless, so this is going to be a lot of fun. All right. So before I start with our winners, can I have one more round of applause for not only the judges, the sponsors, the contestants, but all of you for sticking it out this far and helping to support economic growth in the area. Thank you so much. So I'm going to ask Arthur Havlicek, our president and CEO, to come up and help me out with the checks, and Caryville with the Frederick S. Upton Foundation, because they're going to be in the photo ops. All righty. So we are going to start with our third place winner, going home with $5,000. Drum roll, please. Sorry, guys, it's a long drum roll. Emily Onken with Bake Effect. Congratulations, Emily. Tilt it forward a little bit to get rid of the glare. We need the perfect picture to capture this moment. Just to preface, all my contestants hang out until the very end. I'd like to get group photos of everyone. All right. And drum roll, please, for our second place winner. Kenyana Spy with Hello Beautiful Boutique. Congratulations. You know what? I just realized you look just like Glenda the Good Witch. Doesn't she just look amazing? And it's coming out on Friday, so that's probably why it's on my mind. Congratulations. And finally, can I have a drum roll once again for our first place winner? Going home with $15,000, Alexandra Ram from Bare Naked Salts and Soaps. Congratulations, Alexandra. For those of you that were not here last year, Alex competed last year, made it through our top 7, made it through the top 7 this year, and is a first place prize winner this year. It just goes to show that such hard work and dedication, and to continue to get back out there and share your name and your business, can really do something. So thank you so much. Congratulations, Alex. And finally, our last drum roll, please, if you don't mind. Our crowd favorite going home with $2,500. Stephanie with Baseballs and Company. Congratulations, Stephanie. Congratulations once again to all of our winners. To all of our contestants, If you did not have an opportunity to meet them tonight, please find them, follow them, give them business, help them grow. They are small businesses growing in our community, giving back every single day, trying to make an impact. So please follow them, like them, use them for any of your needs necessary. Again, thank you so much. My name is Jasmine Hansen with the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber. Have an amazing night. All of my contestants, if I could have you on the stage, please. All